Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
Welcome to Swans Talk with me, Richard Watts. Start with Aaron Irwin talking to Nathan Jarman after Saturday's game.
So we've drawn 0-0 at home with Handsworth. What did you make of the game?
It was a scrappy game. There wasn't not too much quality on show in terms of going forward. I thought both cancelled each other out. The pitch was really boggy, and we knew it was. We've had a lot of downfall, and it's a wet pitch and stuff, and it holds the moisture in, so it wasn't conducive to how we want to play. But that being said, we still did all right, and we created a few decent chances. It's just a shame we couldn't take any, especially the first half. We had a good few where Tom Warby's got through in the box, and then I can't remember if it was Will or someone's had a shot, keeper saved it, and another rebound. Harrison's put one across the face of the goal, all within the first 30 minutes or 35 minutes of the game. And if you take one or two of them chances, like we did against Thackley, it's a different game because they've got to come out, they've got to come onto you, and then we've got the pace in up front and wide to hurt teams. But yeah, I thought it was they had chances as well. I'm not saying they didn't. I mean, their main chance was when the lad missed from the penalty spot. He's hit it over. But in the build up to that, there's there's two-handed shoving Hotty's back, and the ref said play on. And honestly, I don't want to go on about him, but some of the things he's done today, he was he needs looking at.
Would you say draw was a fair result?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because I'd have been really disappointed if they nicked it, and they probably thought the same, that if we'd have nicked it with Hotty at the end when the lads just got in front of him. I think we should have had where Ben's got the ball past the goalie and the defender, and the goalie's blocked him off. Anywhere else it's a free kick because it's a red card. The referee's not give it, and then Kingy, he's adamant it's a penalty, and the referee's not give it second half, and I just think what is going on here? It's a nightmare. But we had them chances where Hinch's rounded the keeper and rounded the defender. There's no reason for him to go down. He's not just gonna, he's got an empty goal to tap it in. The keeper's blocked him off, and nothing's come of it. And then their main chance, their best chance that they had, it's a two-handed shoving Hotty's back. He shoved him on the floor. Referee's in a brilliant position. He's 3 yards away, and he's decided, for whatever reason, not to give it. So, to answer your question, though, I do think it was probably a fair result. We've cleared one off the line as well. It wasn't one-way traffic by any means. So yeah, I'd go along with that analogy. Yeah.
It's yet another clean sheet for the back five.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah. We defend. I know what you mean when you say the back five, but we defend from the front, and it starts with Hinchy, putting them on the back foot. Grafting for every ball, and then Kingy and Hotty behind Harrison as well, and then Tom and Will on the flanks. We work really hard. It's but the back five are, have been all season, and we do really well. We're tough to break down. We know that, and it gives us a great platform. And when we take our chances, invariably we win. But today we didn't take them chances, and we still managed to get a draw because of the work rate of the whole team as a collective.
We got a glimpse of Sam Cable. He was getting some good areas. Yeah,
he said to me on Thursday night, he wasn't used to the pace and the intensity that we train at where he was before. Said it'll take him a week or two to get up to pace in training, but you can see how sharp he is, and he's absolutely ripped up. He's a fit lad. You can tell he looks after himself away from football, and he will be he'll be really good for us. He's aggressive, which is a word that I love using, especially when I'm in the dressing room. I want us to be aggressive and on the front foot, and he'll allow us to press even more, press high, win the ball in high areas, and when we do that, we've got the ability for him to score, and we can create chances for him. So.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
I'm joined by Aaron Walton. We were hoping we'd be looking back again to a game against the league leaders Ferriby, but unfortunately the weather put paid to that. We've got
certainly did.
But we've got Handsworth to look back on, and a good point against a good Handsworth side.
Yeah, I mean, as we chatted on Saturday, I think probably Handsworth's one of the best teams we've seen this season. Obviously, you know, when we've lost against Knaresborough, we weren't really at the races, and against Frickley, they just seemed to beat us on the break. But against Handsworth, I thought they were really good up front, really good in defence, and very similar to us, good in attack and good in defence. So we sort of cancelled each other out, didn't we, Rich?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think if we could have taken one of those early chances, we might have got a win, but we didn't. And in the end, you're very happy with the point against them, aren't you? It's the sort of game that could easily have been lost.
Yeah, I think it's like Nathan Jarman said, you know, if we'd have scored late on or they'd have scored late on, it wouldn't have been. Well, you always want the points, don't you? But it's just one of them things. You didn't want them to score late on, really, and obviously they didn't want us to score late on. But I thought there were some good performances again. I thought the new keeper we brought in for Charlie Dixon, Ryan Musselwhite, I thought he had a good game again. Very reminiscent of, as we said in the commentary, Mike Emery, always in the right place at the right time. Doesn't need to do anything really spectacular. He does all the things right, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been a really good acquisition, hasn't he?
Absolutely, really good. And as I say, there was a couple of early chances in the first time on the Tom Wardby cut in and had a shot instead of passing to his brother, who chastised him quite heavily for not passing to him. And then a cross which Ben Hinchcliffe just couldn't quite get his foot to. It just went straight across the 6-yard box, didn't it, Rich?
Yeah, great ball across by Harrison Coley. He couldn't have put it any better.
Oh, it's brilliant, wasn't it? It's brilliant. I think sometimes you maybe, as an attacker, you maybe think that's not going to get there, but it did. And then obviously the first half, there's a couple cleared off the line from Handsworth. I know in the second half, I think we cleared one off the line as well. But definitely, if they could put those chances away, well, it would have been a different game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, but another clean sheet for the defence, and just outstanding the way they've been defending.
9 clean sheets this season already. 9 clean sheets, and top of the table for clean sheets with 9. I mean, that's phenomenal, isn't it?
It is.
One more, then we're into double figures. That's really good. I mean, I was looking at the obviously we've dropped a place because Garforth are on the up, so we're down to 4th. But I was looking at our away record. Barton's away record is the best away record out of the top 4. It's the home form that's not quite as good, and that's only because Barton have drawn quite a few games rather than winning. So it's very, very tight at the top.
Yeah.
So you know, if you could make some of those draws into wins, Barton would be probably second. But as I say, it's just one of them things. Other teams, I'm sure teams above us are going to get sticky patches. I mean, Emily, 15 unbeaten. Ferriby's the only team that's beaten them, and that was the first game of the season. So Emily are on a absolutely phenomenal run.
Yeah.
They're going to. I'm sure they'll come unstuck sooner or later through injuries and just maybe possibly a loss of form. The team I'm obviously Ferriby are the team to beat. But Garforth, as we well know, they're on the up as well. Always a good team, always there or thereabouts. They've hit some form. I did see the goals against Penistone, and I think Penistone are struggling this season with injuries and suspensions and illness possibly, but they didn't look the Penistone we know against Garforth. So a little bit worried about Penistone. I hope they come good because they're a good team.
Yeah.
Run by good people. But Going back to Handsworth, it was a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it was a bit dull, it was a bit boring." Well, I didn't find it boring, did you? I thought it was a really good nil-nil draw. Lots of action, lots of good defending, lots of good midfield play, and not bad in attack. I know sometimes you're always wanting goals, but sometimes they're just not going to come because you cancel each other out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the first half was really good, and the second half for most of it, it maybe sort of like dropped off a bit in the last 20 minutes, but up to that point, it was a cracking game.
Oh, it was. It was a really good game. Probably one of the best I've seen for a 0-0.
Yeah.
But you know, you're going to get teams like coming like Handsworth. Handsworth, they've got a strong team this season. I think they're starting to get rid of that win one, lose one, where they're stringing a little bit of form together, aren't they? Because I think they won did they win Gould on Tuesday or Wednesday?
That's
I know
right.
the report was saying that Gould weren't as bad as the score says. I think it's 4-1. And I've noticed Leon Sewell's gone to Gould as assistant manager, so that's a good signing. Leon, he's got a lot of experience at that level with Hall Road Rangers, so he's gone to Gould, so that's a good one.
Yeah. And I think the thing with Ferriby is the big thing is going to come when we've just got heavy pitches, whether that slows them down a bit. I saw they had Danny Clark played, didn't he, the other day?
Yeah. I don't think he'll want to come to Barton.
No.
Not after what happened last time. I mean, I know there's quite a bit of coverage at the moment with that the player at Bath. Is it Bath City?
That's right. Yeah.
Not very well at all. He's hit the perimeter wall, and they're going on about perimeter walls again. You know, obviously we've got that, but so many other teams have got these walls, haven't they?
Yeah, there aren't many teams that haven't got them, really.
Yeah, I mean, I can only sort of think locally, Bridlington haven't got them. They've got that like tin sheeting, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, but what do you do? I mean, it's expensive to take mind you. Yeah, it's the clubs just haven't got the finances to do it. I don't think.
That's right.
So it's just one of them. It's a difficult one. But as I say, Ferriby are the ones to chase. I see one or two of their fans was on Twitter chastising us somewhat, saying we were tin pots because we couldn't get the game on. But
it's a bit of a clue in the name, isn't there?
Pardon?
There's a bit of a clue in the name, isn't there, Marsh Lane?
Yeah, there is. I mean, you know, it's difficult to get games on it. It's not the best pitch. It needs a lot. I mean, the chairman spent lots and lots of money on it, but apart from digging it up and doing all kinds of stuff with it, what can you do? I mean, I think even if you put drainage in there, I think with the clay and the lime and what have you on it, it's such a difficult pitch. And I've also a little bit of local knowledge here that I don't know what's happened to the dike between the cricket field and the football field, because that's been filled in. So that used to take quite a bit of water away, and that's just filled in. Whether there's a pipe running underneath, I don't know, but you know, you just wonder where all the water goes. And there was definitely not much water in that dike, because there's a dike running down one end, one side of the ground as well. And if they're not maintained well, it's going to flood into it.
Yeah.
So, as I say, it's just one of them things. I know it didn't flood too much when I was a lad. I know that it's very rarely flooded. But as I said, it's had buildings put on it. It's been turned around the pitch, so you just don't know what to do. But unfortunately, the game was off. So I don't think it's been rescheduled yet, has it, Rich?
I don't think so. I mean, I was there briefly on Wednesday morning, and you could see there was lots of water in it.
Yeah, still there. Yeah. Because you thought, it might be on, and then there was a big downpour on the Tuesday afternoon, wasn't there? And then I thought, it's not going to be on, and it wasn't. So we're going to look forward to that one whenever, hopefully before Christmas. But we move on to Saturday.
Yeah.
And we've got a new team to look at, Golka or go-kart, or however you say it. Not quite doing as well as I thought they would. They're down sort of at the bottom end, but still picking points up. Seems to have got a good team there at Golka, which is other side of Huddersfield. Got some decent players in there. They've got a lad called Joe Scars. I don't know if you can remember him, ex-Huddersfield Town and Rotherham.
Right.
So I don't know whether he's coming towards the end of his career, but they've got players like Harry Stead, the keeper, who played for Eccleshill and Emley. They've got Daniel Facey, younger brother of Delroy.
All right.
He's had some clubs, Albion Sport, Ossett, Bradford Park Avenue. So he's Campion. I remember seeing him at Campion when they were playing Brig a few seasons ago. A handful, I would say.
Right.
Then they've got, he's not played for a few games, Leon Henry, ex-Yorkshire Amateurs, little lad at the back. He must be in his 30s now, but by heck, what an engine he's got on him. He can run and run and run. So they've got some good players there. It's just whether it's clicking for them or not. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's a heavy pitch there though as well, Richard, so we'll need to watch. I remember chatting to, when I was at Winton, chatting to the chairman there at Winton. He was saying it's a nice little setup, but the pitch was a bit heavy, goalmouths were a bit boggy, so with all that rain we've had, you just wonder, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm seeing the forecast for the rest of the week.
well, yeah. So if we quickly look at stats for Barton and Golka, if we look at the attack, Barton have got the 11th best attack and Golka the 18th best attack in the league. Barton are averaging 1.5 goals per game and Golka 1 goal per game. The defence, of course, Barton Town's got the best defence in the league, tight as tight can be, 0.53, with Golka and 8 at 1.47. Clean sheets, Barton Town again at the top of the league with 9 clean sheets to Golka in 15th with 2. So that's not too bad, is it, Richard?
No, it isn't. No.
So we've dropped down the attendances a bit as well. I think we're sort of level with Golka, but I think we've dropped down to about 6th best attendance. And surprising me that one, because Saturday I was not expecting many at all. The good people about and come out. We had 226, which for the day was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, you would have thought so. Yeah.
You've got to remember a lot of these clubs, they just don't bring many fans. I know Emley bring quite a few, Penistone bring a few, obviously Ferriby will bring a good few,
Yeah.
Winton bring a few, but after that, obviously Hallam, but after that, they just sort of bring the committee and that's it. So it's mainly down to the home fans, which they still seem to be coming, so they're enjoying it.
I mean, there seems to be a lot of decent attendances in the North Counties East League. They seem to be up all over the place, don't they? Which is good to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of pluses. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm hoping there's going to be some decent attendances while the World Cup's on as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think it affects us too much with Scunthorpe and Grimsby. We'll maybe get a few from Hull City, I suppose. But have they still got the Div 1 and Div 2 still on?
I don't know.
I can't see them all being stopped.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have thought so, would you?
While the World Cup's on. So
Yeah.
But another interesting fact is with the Golka, they've had 6 games without a win, Richard. So they're not really in very good form at the moment. So.
No, let's hope they don't find the form.
Pardon?
Let's hope they don't find the form.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's hope Barton don't go thinking they're going to get 3 points because they've got to fight like mad everywhere to get the 3 points.
Yeah.
So, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's a new ground for me and you to go to, isn't it?
It certainly is. Yeah.
We've got to find it first, and that'll be an adventure in itself.
It will. Yeah. And one person who was signed too late for last week's show, but we've got Sam Cable in, haven't we? It looks a really good signing.
Yeah, he does. He came on the second half, didn't he? And he looked a handful. 2 or 3 nice little touches, wasn't there? So I'm wondering if he's going to start on Saturday, and if he does start, whose place is he going to take? it's a difficult one because they're all playing well.
Yeah, they are. It is a difficult one. Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a case of who you're going to drop. It's who you're going to swap around, really, isn't it? Because I don't think it's a case of dropping players.
No.
It's just swapping them around, making your opponent keep on the toes, wondering what formation and who's going to play, etc., etc. So I think that's probably what's on Nathan's mind. But it's good to have a strong bench as well, isn't it? And,
It certainly is.
And five or six substitutes there, a full complement of substitutes to pick from. So,
Well, if it's going to be a heavy pitch, it sounds like the tactics might be similar to Thackley. So if it goes as well as Thackley, we'll be well pleased.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, it'd be a nice ride home, yeah.
It certainly will.
The away form, Barton's away form, as I say, it's the best in the league. It's superb. I think I can't remember how many I did all my homework and I left it at work, so typical, isn't it? All the best planning. I think we've only lost one, drawn one, and won the rest. So, and as I say, it's great to watch him away. And as I say, we're only in sort of fourth because we've drawn. I think we've drawn a few at home instead of winning them, but. You can't really, you just can't complain, can you? I mean,
No,
complaining about football. I mean, obviously they don't know anything about football.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's been good. I think we've only had a couple of, as I say, disappointing games, and I think the cup as well against Cheadle, that was a bit disappointing, but it's just one of them things.
I think Cheadle as well were not a bad side.
They are a really good side. They can certainly finish, and obviously they're playing Brig on Saturday, aren't they? At Brig, so that'll be interesting to see the score there.
It will.
I
I would have thought they'll be too good for Brig.
Yeah, they're a decent cup side, but I think Cheadle should have a little bit too much for them. But it's the cup.
It's the cup.
You just don't know.
Yeah, it's the cup.
You just don't know. And I see Emily are playing in the cup as well, so they've not got a league game. And where are Ferriby on Saturday? I think they've got a hard game, Ferriby. I'm not sure. Can't quite remember where they are. I know it's somebody. Oh, it's Handsworth.
Oh, is it?
Yes, they're away at Handsworth, so that'll be a very interesting game.
It will.
I think that's something we could look at and sort of see where we are, really. That'll be a very interesting game, because Handsworth are on the up.
Yeah, I think the only thing about it is the pitch it's the artificial pitch, isn't it? So they're going to be able to zap the passes about Ferriby, aren't they? I think the pitch will probably suit them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they play on a carpet anyway at Ferriby.
Yeah.
So, I think certainly it'll suit the likes of one or two of their players who are pretty quick and can put a pass away. Most of them can put a pass away anyway. So, but it'll be interesting to see how Handsworth play.
It will, yeah.
Against them. I hope they're not too overawed by them and give them a decent game. I'm sure they will. So that's what it's about. And then of course we've got a couple of games coming up, midweek games. We've got Garfield in the Cup, and we've got a very tricky tie. Well, they're all tricky. We've got a tricky tie at Albion in midweek, and we've got Emily the week after, haven't we?
Yeah.
A home game if it doesn't rain anymore. So again, that'll be. I'm expecting us to put a good performance in against Emily, and I want to see Emily because we beat them home and away last season. So they've obviously vastly improved.
Yeah. I was just having a quick look at their lineup, and they seem to have a lad who's scoring a lot of goals, Emily, who I didn't recognise from anywhere.
Joe Jagger.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he was with them last season.
Oh, was he?
I'm sure he was. I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I'm sure he was with them last season. But as I say, it's what you do on the day. It's what you do on the day. But their confidence is sky high at the moment.
Yeah, they're certainly a surprise package.
But it's a bit similar to us last season, really.
Yeah.
We went unbeaten for ages, didn't we? But the only difference is, I think Emily are winning their games and Barton were drawing their games.
There's a lot of difference, isn't there, between 3 and 1 point?
Yes, yeah,
A
there's
lot of
a
difference.
massive difference. And I mean, there's a couple of games, aren't there, where we've at home where we've thought we've been disappointed, haven't we? Because like with the Winton game, I mean, it just felt like we were sort of robbed.
Yeah.
Where we right at the end. So I wouldn't say it's a couple of points dropped. It's a couple of points sort of nicked off us.
Yeah.
Rather than us losing it. So it's fine margins, as I say.
It certainly is. And I mean, I suppose only one thing to mention from Saturday. Again, you leave the ground shaking your head about the officiating, unfortunately.
Well, he saw in the highlights, Richard, what you put together. Their shot, which was they should have scored from. Hottie, we called it again. We called it. Hottie got two hands in the back, shoved, and the referee was about 5 yards away from him. He just played on.
Mm.
And then they'll blow up for something that just doesn't look a free kick. I'm bewildered. It was a bit like, as I say, it's a bit like Billy Smart's circus on Saturday. And there was about 8 bookings as well, and it wasn't a dirty game, really.
No. And when Ben Hinchcliffe's taken out after he's gone round the goalkeeper and play on was just baffling.
Well, Ben Townsend, the keeper, stepped into him, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And there's that, and then there's Kingy. Why is Kingy going down in the box?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's not going down on purpose. He's been fouled.
Yeah.
And I think he's still adamant that he was fouled.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I don't think he wanted to give a penalty. But there were some strange decisions on Saturday. I mean, we were saying in comms, we'd had a couple of weeks where we had some sort. Me and you sort of agreed that there were decent referees.
Yeah.
Oh, there must have been easy games to referee, but then we come to Saturday, awful.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping we get a good referee on Saturday. But hey ho, we just don't know.
Yeah, no, who knows? Yeah.
But who would be a referee, eh?
Well, yes, that's it. I mean, it's a nightmare job to do, and there just isn't the quality of referees about, is there?
There isn't, no, because a lot of the referees, a lot of the linos or assistants have been made up to referees as well, so we're struggling for assistants as well. I mean, the tackling game, I don't think they had anybody till about Thursday to Friday, so you're just pleased that you've got them. But then when they put up, they don't help themselves sometimes, the officials, they really don't. I mean, some of them don't seem to communicate with the players, others try and do too much, but it's an impossible job sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can't do right for doing wrong.
No.
No.
And when you see some of the decisions you get at the top level, it's not surprising you get some interesting decisions at our level.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Very, very sort of finicky about certain things, and then just let other things go. Or one of my bugbearers is that the players pinching yards on throw-ins. They'll come down a hard one in the first half, and you think, oh, great, this is good. And then the second half, they just let it go.
Yeah.
You say, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. And you think, no, you've got to be. So, and players interfering with the ball when there's a free kick, either kicking it away or just stood over it. That's irritating. And fair enough, they were breaking play up and slowing it down. I can understand that, but if you stamp it out as a referee, you can get on with the game quicker and possibly a goal resulting out of it or some good play resulting out of it. So, as I say, it's a difficult one for them.
Yeah.
You can't do right for doing wrong.
No, that's right. Yeah.
So, but still doesn't stop us grumbling about it.
No, it wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be football if it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
But referees and linesmen, ladies, if you're listening, it's nothing personal.
No, it isn't.
Nothing personal whatsoever. It's just how we see the game.
Yeah.
And if all those referees and linesmen would come and complain about our commentating, please feel free.
Yes.
And I shall be very upset.
Yeah.
No, but upset because people are telling me the truth.
Yeah.
But never mind. But as you say, it's a difficult job.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.